Together from clips of film made under a research program. The images are arranged to illustrate this talk, which will be an attempt to suggest some of the formal problems that hold my interest regarding
holding its first public hearing on UFOs in more than 50 years. The big question, whether the government will it has already found evidence of alien technology. Here with me now is unidentified aerial phenomenon researcher and board member for the Scientific Coalition for UAP Studies.
Produced by
It's a chili made beat.
From the unknown.
What are we observing?
What you see here is aircraft that is operating in the U.S. Navy training range. Is observed spherical object in that area, and as they fly by in the video, looks reflective in this video, somewhat reflective, and it quickly passes by the cockpit of the aircraft.
And is this one of the phenomena that we can't explain?
I do not have an explanation for what this specific object is.
And is this one of the situations where it is, that's the object we're looking at right there? Thank you. And is this a situation where it was observed by the pilot and was also recorded by the aircraft's instruments?
We'll talk about the multi-sensor part in a later session. But in this case, we have at least that.
For the first time in more than half a century, a House panel is holding a public hearing on mysterious flying objects, popularly known as UFOs. CNN's Kristen Fisher with the details.
Well, John, this is a very big day. I mean, the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee describes this as one of the great mysteries of our time. And it's a big day for all of these people who have spent so many years pushing for more transparency into this topic, but especially for those Navy pilots who actually saw these things with their own eyes. 7 years after Navy pilots spotted this unexplained object off the Atlantic coast, top Pentagon officials will be grilled by members of a House Intelligence Subcommittee, the first public hearing on UFOs or UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, in more than half a century.
For far too long, this issue wasn't even taken very seriously. It was essentially relegated to science fiction. But in a very real sense, UAPs present a very real national security risk, and the Intelligence Committee has a responsibility to investigate.
The hearing comes almost a year after the Director of National Intelligence released a highly anticipated report which examined 144 reports of UAPs but identified only a single one, which turned out to be a deflated balloon. Quote, the others remain unexplained. The report also documents 11 instances in which pilots reported near misses with a UAP.
This is not tinfoil hats and, conversations of Elvis being on the mothership.
Luis Elizondo is the former director of a Pentagon program that investigated UAPs, and he's been pushing for more transparency ever since he left in 2017.
This is a very serious national security issue. Something is in our skies. It has been there for quite some time, and we're just now having the conversation publicly about it.
UFOs first hit the American public's radar about 70 years ago, pushing Pentagon officials to try to explain the unexplainable.
I'm here to discuss the so-called flying saucers.
In the 1960s, then Congressman Gerald Ford asked Congress to investigate, leading to the last public hearings on UFOs. Quote, I believe the American people are entitled to a more thorough explanation than has been given to them by the Air Force. But the Air Force investigation, known as Project Blue Book, concluded that UFOs were not extraterrestrial, nor did they pose a threat to our national security. Now, another congressman, Andre Carson, is pushing for similar answers.